Welcome to our fourth episode. Welcome to our fourth episode of Youthful Conversations. Today we got three amazing guests here: Miss Ivy G, Mr. Trayvon Ballard, and Mr. Zaire Page. Today our topic of discussion is confidence and how to boost it as young people. Because we still struggle with confidence issues, and we still deal with life on a day by day, everyday basis. So before we get into the show, I want to give my special shout outs. Thank you to GSO Peace Corps for providing the building. Thank you for Mr. William Hussey and Chewy Monroe for working the stuff out behind the scenes and being my amazing production team. Thank you, my mom, my family, my friends for all supporting me on this journey of starting a new podcast. And I'm looking forward to joining this discussion. So now we're going to do introductions. Miss Ivy G, will you please introduce yourself?
You got it. So I love it when you hit me with the professionalism.
Oh, the IVG baby.
Hey, now I hear you when you put the respect on my name. I'm with it. So IVG baby, like you said, Jeremiah Jed, I'm a motivator, innovator, trainer, all things positivity. And I'm excited to be around this circle, especially in this power force. Yes. Thank you for welcoming me in.
Mr. Trayvon Ballard. Of course. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, we see you repping on the shirt. Repping on the shirt. Hey, gotta support our high school graduates. Mr. Zaire Page, introduce yourself.
I'm Zaire Page, High Point, North Carolina. Graduated from the Point.
Oh, another one.
Boop, boop.
Yeah.
Let's clap that up. You said that was good energy too.
Yeah.
With a lot of confidence. Okay.
A lot of confidence. Hey.
I will be attending NCCU, majoring in psychology.
Yes.
So, that's.
Hey, I'm glad to have y'all on the show, repping my school now. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say it's my school because I'm the senior now, but we go hop right into the discussion. So our first question is, can you share a personal story about a time when you struggled with confidence and how you overcame it? Anyone want to go first? I can step up if y'all want to. All right. So me, I would say as younger, I think I still look the same. Like I grew up, but people say I had a glow up or something. But when I was younger, everybody was like, I would always get called ugly. So that was one of the things for me. So personally, being called ugly always like affected my confidence, how I felt about myself, how I walked around. So usually, I don't know if y'all remember because y'all was like upperclassmen, but in middle school, I was always one of the kids. I got in honors, I want to say halfway through my 6th grade year. But when I was in there, I would always have my hood on. Okay. And like I would always have a hoodie on. I'll walk around with a hood on so nobody see me or nobody pay attention to me. Cause, I wasn't that confident. I was always called ugly when I didn't have my hood on. So I kept my hood on 24/7. So when I got to high school, it was one of those things where 9th grade, I think we was still dealing with COVID. 10th grade, we was hybrid. So it was half in, half out. So in 9th grade, I always had my hood on. 10th grade, I started to come on my show a little bit, connect with people, and I started doing what I do now. So the public speaking, mentoring, and the life I live now. So I was like, I live a life that's public. I mean, I do the public speaking. I mentor a lot of people. And I don't want to be one of those people where it's like I'm not confident around the people I mentor. Because I feel like you give off an energy to people you talk to, and they pick up and receive that energy. So I never wanted to show off that energy to the kids I mentored as not being confident, as not loving yourself, as not walking in the power that we have. So I was like, I got to come out. Okay. And for me, it's a personal journey, confidence. And I think it's a personal journey all the way around. Like for me, confidence is the self-belief in self. Uh-huh. So how do you believe in yourself every day? What are you thinking about? What do you tell yourself when you wake up in the morning? Like those are some of the things that help me come out of that shell of not being confident. And then people say it's a glow up. I say I just grew in myself and became the person that I am. Because I don't see a glow up. I see I'm the same person, just grew up.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. That was real. Definitely. Friends?
You want to join that? Make sure you speak up into that mic, sir.
I got you. I say like in school, you know what I'm saying, coming into like, as you say, you in G-Tech as well,
Yeah.
coming in sophomore year,
Yeah.
going to junior year, that's when we started GTCC. So I feel like coming into a new atmosphere and we were in classrooms where people were older than you, came
Yeah.
from different backgrounds. It's not like the point where everybody looked like you or
Right.
everybody had a similar circumstances. So coming into GTCC where I was in a professor probably didn't know my name, so I didn't have on one like I'm used to. The
Yeah.
classrooms were way bigger. The maturity level was way different. You had people playing in the back of the classroom, or we had people talking about talking. So it was
Yeah.
confidence level going into see was a little bit shaken up just because of that.
Yeah.
I just wasn't something I was used to.
Right.
I said like me sitting in the back of the class and not being able to like raise my hand or felt like I was okay with talking about adults and
Right.
professors who have been teaching for years and years and years, especially with something so different as like a geology class.
Right.
You're not just eighth grade.
Hey, that
Okay.
geology class was different. We all
Okay.
took that. We all had our fair shares of that geology. It was different. Yeah.
Not having a principal with you, not having teachers look at
Yeah.
you, to leave, come back, leave,
Right.
and not feel like you were being baby. So that's why I feel like confidence is
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
college is a completely different atmosphere. Like we all went from being high school students for 1 year to the next year having the responsibilities of adults. Basically, you got to manage your time to get to class on time. You got to manage what you gonna do with that free time. Are you gonna go out to lunch, or you gonna chit chat with friends, or are you gonna skip class, or you gonna go to class? Because there's no more principal walking the halls talking about get to class. It's now you got to get to class because I want to go to class. So
got a similar story. Fine. I want to say I struggle with confidence. Entering GTCC. I had this one particular class like geology. Like I hate science.
Okay.
oh my god,
I hate science.
And you mean that confidently.
yeah, confident.
Okay.
Hey, sorry.
But I went in with my class of 24 my junior year. Boom, went in there. I'm gonna be real. I was a class clown because I didn't take it serious. So I was like, because it was no more handouts,
Right.
or you do this, you do that, or this is going to happen. I had to find out the hard way. So when I withdraw from it, I was like, I just don't believe in myself doing it again. So I was like, what can I do to build my confidence up to go back in that class and pass?
Yeah.
Right.
So my thing was, he passed, all my peers passed, but not me. So I was like, went to him. I said, "What's up? Like, should I go back?" He told me, like, "You a baller." So I was like,
Hey.
"You a baller." So I was like, you know what? I got you.
Right.
Go in. Help my boy Ryan his
What's that?
round and pass.
Yeah.
Messed around and passed.
Best
I
around
like
the
that.
pass. I
I
love
like
it.
that.
Hey, we definitely best. Hey, that class.
Hey.
That class was. I was like through the middle of the year. I think I had the lowest I had was like a 71. Every day I walked in the house, my mom was on my tail. You got a 71. You don't get no freedom right now. You got a 71.
Yeah.
Like I thought she was gonna whoop me. Hey, I'm like I'm in college. I don't think I deserve no whooping.
Yeah.
I think I'm grown enough to where if I can go to college classes, I don't deserve no whooping. But I walk in, be scared to get a whooping because I just failed the exam in class because my grade went down. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I always say strive for greatness though. The seeds,
I like that. I like how you brought that back around.
The seeds was good. Don't strive for it. We're not saying it's okay to strive for a seed, but
All right.
it don't stress. Like don't be like kill myself into the world seed.
I got you. I
But,
love that. I love that.
and I want to mention something that you said in your little speech in your story, the power of friendship. Because you withdraw from the class. You was like, I'm not believing in myself. I can't do this right now. But you went to your peers, your like-minded peers, your like-minded friends who went into the same situation as you, believed in you, and was like, "Yo, you got to go back because you got this. You a dog. You a baller. You can get this done. You may withdraw from the first time, but if you go back another time, I guarantee you pass." So having them like-minded friends is so important, and I can't stress it enough.
You better talk that talk, Jeremiah.
it's like every show I say the same thing. Your friends, your friends, your friends. And it's every time I get proven right. It's like these people that you surround yourself with are so important to you, because imagine he had different friends.
Come on, you talking.
He wouldn't have been back in that class.
You talking.
He might not even graduated.
I mean,
so it's just so important.
It is. I love the power that's in this room, y'all. I love this energy that's going on, especially when you're talking about confidence and some of the things that I thrive off of, especially with being a motivator. Come on, you got to be confident to do that, right?
Yeah,
all right. And being a public figure with speaking and being a role model, because people are watching. Yet when you are vulnerable enough to say, I ask for help, that's powerful, right? And that shows you, just like you said, it does matter who you ask for help for in these circles. So I love that hardcore, the power of friendship. Like, I really rock with that. I wrote that down so I can take that just a little bit. Listening at the choices that y'all made, right? This is a choice, and you were serious about these choices. And I think when we think about confidence, right? And you said that definition, going back, golly, because y'all talking about just like yesterday when y'all was in school. But let me recollect real quick, because you talking to IVG baby and put some respect on that thing. Gosh, it was different. We didn't have social media that was weighing on us. Yet we did have a lot of pressure that was on us. And I think that the confidence was more twisted around figuring out, am I going to be picked on for the way that I am received, or am I just going to go at it? Right. And I think that some people struggle with that level of confidence. I know I really did. When I was younger, I didn't have all of this energy, this positivity, the choice of choosing me and feeling like I believed in everything that I did. Yet I do know that when I made that choice, right? And I hear y'all making it at a really ripe age. I like it. But making that choice to believe in yourself beyond a doubt is something special. So I think that it was a lot later in the day for me when I kicked aside what anybody else thought of me. Right. And put myself at the forefront of believing in me no matter what it takes, because I do understand that you are what you think. Right. And if you think that this is it, then that's it. Right. Yet if you're expanding that mind and understanding that I have to show up, right. And with the quote that I just told you, when you lack confidence, people will question your competence. And I don't want them questioning me, especially when it comes down to me showing up and representing me, because I have to believe in me. So it was a lot later for me. Kudos to y'all for finding this right now. And kudos to the friendship, the bond that's in here. I feel like I'm one of y'all now. So thank y'all for letting me in.
Of course. That's the goal. Always make people feel welcome.
Yeah.
But I just recently did this exercise because this month has been truly crazy for me. Like, I had to deal with, at the beginning of the month, my car blowing up on me.
I heard about that.
I was out there in Charlotte. No, I think I didn't even make it to Charlotte. I was in Salisbury, I think. Like an hour away from it. All my people. Car blew up when I was on the side of the road. I was like, yeah, this is tough. And I ain't never dealt with nothing like that. Just car blow up. I'm like, boom. All right. That's there we go. That took like a downward spiral. Then meeting people and then not being able to connect fully with people that I want to connect with. Like, this month has been something truly crazy for me. So recently I did this exercise, and it's what you look for or what you're searching for will always find a way to creep into what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the exercise was, he was like, look around the room and find something red, and then close your eyes and then tell me what you saw that was blue. And then he said, look around the room for something blue, and now tell me what you saw that was red. And then he was like, so you probably was looking around the room. You was like, you saw a few burgundy items and you passed them off as red. You saw a few light white things and you probably passed it off as blue. But you see how when you're looking for it, you'll find an excuse or you'll find a way to sneak something into a category so you'll hype yourself up more.
Yeah.
So when you're negative and you're always looking for negative, or you in that mindset, oh, I hate myself, oh, I want to kill myself, or I want to do whatever, you always gonna go through day-to-day life finding an excuse to promote that belief of hating yourself. So you may get a haircut that ain't even bad. It may be a little too low. You're like, oh, I hate this haircut. I'm killing myself. And then the haircut ain't even bad. It look good. It
Right.
look good on you. And you're like, I hate this haircut. And you gonna do whatever you can to promote your belief of hating yourself. So for me, it started really. I was like, I just recently went through some things that were pretty bad. And now I'm looking at stuff that are going to promote that belief of pretty bad things. So I started going down the tunnel. And I got to the end. I was like, I think it was this week I just started. And I was like, God, I can't keep going down this path of doing the same old stupid stuff. Because my mom would walk up to me, be like, you got an attitude 24/7. I'm like, I don't have an attitude. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't got no attitude. I'm just walking around myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no attitude. She was like, you got an attitude. You need to go check yourself. I was like, all right, maybe I do need to go check myself. So I went to check myself. I was like, I did have an attitude. You know, life has been rough, but I can't give myself the excuse of looking for problems to make my life worse. So I got to start looking for the good. There's a whole lot of good in everybody's life. It may not be major things. It may not even be like extravagant things that you may get kudos on, but there's something good in there. Your phone working. You woke up this morning. You got food at the table. You got clothes on your back. Like there's so many good things to be grateful for.
I'm trying to
where
tell
you look when you look for bad things, that's only gonna promote that mindset.
You are acting according to your beliefs.
Yeah.
It is known that if you think it, you say it, that's where it is.
Right.
Right. The choices that we make, the self-check, right? That is something that's special. Yeah. Man, all of the positive things that you just said are spot on. It's some of the stuff that kind of pulls me through, and pushes up my confidence, when you think about it, because again, you will act in according to your beliefs. And if I don't believe it, how am I going to do it?
Yeah.
Right. And if I don't believe it with the confidence, right, then how I'm going to do it?
All right, so we done. Our hearts out. First question.
I love it. I love it.
We got information for the other one. All right, so the next one. What strategies do you use to build and maintain self-confidence on the daily basis? I go first again. I just said it, looking for it.
Yeah.
If you, like we said already, you look for things that support your beliefs. So I believe every single day I wake up, I got something to be grateful for. God woke me up this morning, so the job ain't done.
That's it.
So now I got to find more things to build on top of that confidence. Find more things to support my belief of I'm confident. I got this. Job's not done.
I feel like I say the strategies I use, I say like self-realization. I find myself always looking into the future.
Yeah.
Upcoming freshman in college, you always think, what's the next thing I can do? What can I check off my bucket list? How can I show my advisors that I'm
Yeah.
Sometimes I always gotta remember they're like asking now, like I still gotta think about what I just completed.
Right.
I just graduated high school.
You did.
Just graduated GTCC.
Same time.
The same time.
Right.
I feel like before I keep lowering my confidence for Appalachia, I have to remember that I just accomplished as high school, you know what I'm saying? So I can show my little brothers it's possible twice. And then I came in, like I said, GTCC. I didn't have all the honors classes, so it was making up classes, still taking classes at the point, trying to figure out how can I build a schedule.
But we fixing it. We gonna figure it out.
But yeah, like trying to find a schedule to like be able to go to the point, go to GTCC, and then like I said, because like how you came in with the honors classes, like so you wasn't having to use just straight GTCC, but trying to find a way, I had to be like self-realized. Yeah, I might not have the path as everybody else in my class, but we still all had the same goal. So I could either blame everybody else for the reason why I'm not where everybody else is, or really buckle down and just accomplish what I'm here to do. Yeah. So I feel like that's what helps me. That's strategies that help me, just self-realization that it can always get better, and then sometimes it can just get worse.
Hey, that's real. I definitely appreciate that. Hey, drop the mic. Hey, Hey, I
was like
think
that.
that was, I can't even follow up on that.
Hey,
Hey.
listen, well, I know that as you were communicating, there was some power and positivity
Yeah.
in the things that you were saying. It made me write down as a reminder to celebrate your wins. Right, that was super powerful. That definitely is a key to boosting self-esteem when we can celebrate our wins, celebrate where we've been, and still having that tenacity and that desire to grow. That is something that's special. You took so much ownership. Yo, the ownership is something that validates confidence as well. Like I'm taking ownership to understanding that it had to be me. I'm not, I'm not worrying about that thing around me. Self-awareness, like, come on, you was just dropping all of these nuggets
Drop
out
it,
here, and
ball.
all of these things are keys when it comes to making magic.
Right.
Like I say, to believing in yourself, to being confident, to even being your own cheerleader, to boost your own confidence. This is something special. It's something powerful. Yet recognizing all of these things, celebrate your wins. We can't stress that enough. And I know that even our youth, like, look at y'all. Okay. And this is powerful that you're recognizing not only do I need to strive for more, but let me celebrate what I've done. Taking ownership. A lot of people give that joystick away when they say, but look at what they did, and that's the reason why I did what I did, right? All right. So you just said that, and then the self-awareness. All right. Giving yourself the grace, giving yourself the boost, giving yourself the courage. Yo, this is magic in the making. It's teeth out Tuesday. My bad.
Bro, we got like these are some of the things that I love. I love doing my podcast because I get to highlight the amazing youth in the world. Like not even the community in the
Come
world.
on, in the world.
Like these are people, these are young people, not even people just on the show. The young people who are in the audience, taking time out of their day to listen to a podcast. Most importantly, it's an inspirational podcast too. Like you gotta think how many people are looking for negative stuff in the world just to soak on.
A lot of people.
So to think you even taking the time out of your day to listen to a podcast with people talking. We appreciate you, and it shows you want better.
Yeah, they
So
talking that magic.
we gonna continue to support our youth because these people, myself included, we the future. We got so much in us. So when we out there, look at us. We might be messing up, but you gotta support us because we are the future. And if you don't like what we doing, help us get better.
That part.
But help us get better without judgment. That's the most important part. Because if you're judging us, we ain't gonna want to do it.
Pouring into the self-esteem, right? Making sure that we remember that people have the opportunity to change their mind when you pour into them the right things. The reality that you were sharing about what people were telling you, so you begin to believe that, and the willpower to overcome that, right, is something special. So you doggone right, this is power. This is youthful conversations, because you matter. You matter. Talk to me just a little bit more, y'all, because I love how y'all overcoming this thing. But what were some of the things that you were told when it came down to being confident?
I can start really back LA days, you know. Well, I got stories.
Tell
like
you.
I said, like me and Trey, me and him been good friends since the second grade. We really like grew up with each other. Like I said earlier, like we were never in like the honors classes. We were never like put in like in a position to where like we can strive.
Right. Right.
Like we couldn't get certain help by certain people. We didn't have
right.
You know, we ain't have honors classes, but you know, we still overcame. Not to throw nobody on the bus, but we still overcame more than those honors. To realize like we can be better than them, or we can be equal to them. But you know, but your main goal is to be better than everybody.
Right.
But don't look at nobody different.
Right. Yeah.
Of course. But yeah. So back to what I was saying. Back to the G Tech story. Like I didn't believe in myself. college. I'm in 10th grade. I'm
Right.
16 years old.
Yeah.
I'm looking at college as a TV show. Like I'm
Right.
trying to go live that lifestyle.
Yeah.
But the teacher that told me believe in yourself at all times. Shout out to Miss Robinson.
Come on, shout out Miss Robinson.
All the great staff at the point. She's the one that told me to write. You got to write a paper to see like why were you going to DT. You just couldn't be like, oh, you got to have the grades to go.
Right.
So shout out to Miss Robinson. She looked over my paper, ended up crying reading my paper because Miss Robinson was like, no, like,
Okay.
Okay. Like my mom.
Okay.
That was my dog. But really helped me lead my way to succeeding in my success.
Right.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Gosh, to have somebody pour into you. Come on. I mean, it's real because when you're thinking about youthful conversations and hearing the power straight out of the mouth of the youth, right? And if you are intentional about your impact, this is what you get. Right? This is what you get when you're intentional about impact. Come on.
Right. Oh, I'll answer some of the things I heard. I'll start with the negative. You can't do it.
Okay.
Why you on this track? You want to be different so bad. You think you mysterious. You think you better than us. You think you goody two shoes. Like these are some of the things I heard walking around campus doing the stuff that I do. Like the public speaking work, the mentoring work, the state representative work for Cities United. Like these are some of the things that I heard. I'm like, I don't think I'm better than nobody. I'm just doing my best, being what God called me to be.
Amen.
Know? So then looking beside that, now you hear the good. You are an amazing young man. We are blessed to have you on this earth. We are blessed to have you in our circle doing the work that you do. Then you hear the people, your friends, yo, keep going. You got this. We may not always be there, but we support you. Like having people like this, like they've been asking me to be on a podcast. I don't know. Like it's gotta be at least.
You can add me on the list because I've been asking.
Like it had to be at least 3 years when I first started. They was like, "Yo, when we getting on the show, we can talk about anything. Let us get on the show."
Yeah.
Like the support from my peers, my family, the people in the community, like everybody. That's the stuff that keep me going. And then just a little words of encouragement. You got this. And then I say you got to be your biggest fan in the morning. When you wake up and you in that mirror, you doing good work.
You better pour into yourself.
I believe in myself.
Come on.
This is the work that I've been called to do. So I'm going to keep going.
Amen.
Like this is some of the stuff. Like you got to pour into yourself as well as having others pour into you. And then I like to use my haters as fuel. Because, hey, if you hating, you still showing me support. Because you going out your way to talk to me, throw me down.
Oh, yeah.
And then to throw me down, you still got to look at my stuff.
Come on.
So you got to find more stuff that I'm already posting to throw me down. So it's like you support me anyway. So if you want to hate, hey, be my guest. I'm loving it.
Go right ahead. I love this. I love this.
And I have to say, just like growing up, you know what I'm saying, not seeing people who advertised high school, college, or high school, early college. So I feel like trying to show other people how it's another way. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I have 2 little brothers, so you always want to be an example for somebody to come under you. So that's why I feel like I always try to exclude. And then sometimes it can always come out of like not being cocky, but you always like you say you want to shout out what you have did. Like of course, like I said, I'm not finished with college yet, but saying doing the GTCC, I started like a sophomore, junior. So you just want to shout out like what you did. So I feel like that's like the negative that come around, that people don't want to hear you say your blessings or what you have overcome.
Right.
And then, like you say, you always have somebody who can be envious because you never know who's in your circle. You think everybody's good for you because you grew up with them or you've been around, and you think everybody rooting for you because they saying it to your face, but everybody's not who they are at face value. So I feel like once I learned that and I understand how the real world works, that's what GTCC helped me with, showing you how the real world works and who your real friends are. I felt like that showed you how I could move into going into Appalachian or just going into the workforce or just having professional conversations like this right now.
Right.
See who's genuine in the room.
This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. Yes.
Real stuff.
Yes, this is amazing. Talking about confidence and confident. I mean, you hear it. Confidence is in the room. It's
Yeah.
lifting up the room. It's something special. Gosh, and it's super impactful because as somebody who communicates this, who lives this, who breathes this, to hear y'all representing this, showing up for yourself,
Right.
carrying yourself in the manner that you want to be treated,
Yeah.
right? Y'all really repping this set right now. And
Yeah.
this is something special. It's an honor to witness.
You want to get into our next question?
Come on, yeah, because you know I can get way too excited about all of this positivity that's in
Yeah,
here.
let's hop in to our next question. So, how do you guys handle setbacks and negative feedback while maintaining the confidence that you built in yourself? Hey, there's so much negativity in the world, and there's so many things that can set you back. It's easy to get thrown off course.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, this month has been rough for me. So I could have very well easily been like, podcast done. I'm done doing public speaking.
Okay.
Done doing mentoring. I'm staying at home. Like I could have easily done it. Like that's nothing. But to be like, there's people that lean on me.
Oh yeah.
There's people that need me. Like
You need you.
I need me.
Yeah.
Right. And one of the things that kept me going is that some of the kids that I mentored this one of the groups that I really grew close to that I mentored was this group of 7th graders from the point that I mentored. Every time I see them on Instagram, you coming back next year? When we gonna get another session in? We always had real conversations. You only a little bit older than me, but you always made me think differently.
Yeah.
Like that's the stuff. So the setbacks and the negative stuff that I got, it wasn't even on my mind when I look at the positive stuff.
Come on.
Cause it's like the good outweighs the bad so much. Negative ain't even there.
Yeah. I think you said it. I think you really hit something. Yeah, I'm gonna think about it from the perspective of the unintentional letdowns, right? Because I can't think that anybody goes out. Yet we're human and we make mistakes. So I think that those unintentional things that set me back, once I give myself grace and I forgive myself for those things, I'm able to overcome those things. We do our worst work on self when we let ourselves down, and we let ourselves down unintentionally, and we never pick ourselves back up. We just move on to the next thing as if I'm just going to do better the next time. It is. And we can get wrapped up in it, especially when it's unintentionally not only letting down self, but letting down those that you want to validate you the most. And that's when it gets the trickiest. It really, really tough. So again, the grace part, the forgiveness part, the ownership part, like my friend said over here, is something that definitely helps me overcome the difficult times. I like to say when the devil's at play, that I just laugh him right on off and say, not today. So for me, it's just the giving grace, taking ownership and forgiveness. That's how I can get back on top of that confidence.
One of the things I like to think about the devil is that, I think we said this before on the show, when the devil is at play or is trying to throw stuff in your path, you're doing something right.
I know that's right.
That's real.
Hey, why would he try to stop you when you on his path? Like, why would he stop you? You supporting him. You pushing the stuff he want out there. Why would he try to stop you? But if you doing what you're supposed to be doing, he gonna find a way to throw you off course. But little does he know he can't stop you. All he can do is throw you off course. But if you stay focused, get right back on it. He can't throw you off.
Yeah, I heard him. If you hold on to that joystick, if you don't set that thing down, if you listen, something special, it is a again, it's magic in the making. And when you say the impact, the things that you say, watching how it kind of enlightens and it exudes growth into the room. I'm growing right now, and I thank all of y'all for that energy that you're giving, the confidence that's out here. Something special.
How do you guys deal with it?
I got you. I could say by laughter. That's how I handle setbacks and negative feedback because, like I said, as not even just as a black man, as a man in general, I feel like the world just wants to see you lash out. They want to see what are you angry about if you say
Right.
you have struggles. But I feel like instead of just making my problems somebody else's problems, I try to lighten up the room with my, let's say, laughter. If
Yeah.
I'm going through something, I hope the next person beside me not going through.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I go out my way to make him smile, her smile, that can make me better. That can make me feel better if I can't do what I need to do for myself. So that's how I figure I deal with the negative, trying to make sure the next person, because you never know. I might be going through something bad,
Yeah.
but somebody might be on their last leg.
Come
Yeah.
on,
Somebody
lads.
might be on they reason why they just don't want to be here no more. So I feel
Right.
like if I can make you smile, I feel like I'm doing my work as a person. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like just exuding myself.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I'm down, I know I can get back up. I've been taught, I've been mentored by people who show you can always bring yourself back up.
100%.
Somebody
Yeah.
might not have that. So even what you do, how you do your podcast, like you said, them seventh graders,
Yeah.
you talk to them. Somebody might not have talked to them as an adult or as somebody who's
Right.
looking to them eye to eye. They must have always been talked to as a child or something
Right.
less than. So I feel like you giving them the confidence where they can feel like they could speak and be listened to
Yeah.
and not being talked over. I feel like that's what I'm saying. That's how I like it. Is
Yeah.
be able to help somebody who
Right.
needs some help. So that's how I feel like I do with the negative.
I love the laughter
on.
thing because
Yes,
I
it
love
cheaped out
me a
right
good
now,
laugh.
man.
You know? Hey, I
You're
love
smiling.
laughing is fun. I love it. Like how you handle it, man.
I can really add on to what Trey said, man. That enlighten up the room. You never know what the next person's going through.
100%.
They're probably going through something. You're probably going through something. You know, but without me being there, I'm at least a couple months.
Yeah.
So I don't have that much time to, lighten your day.
Right.
So you might be going through something because mama told you to wash the dishes.
Right.
Mama told you to clean the room.
Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
mama
You know
said.
what I'm saying? And with me being there, I'm going through stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With me being a helping hand to my siblings and other people, like it's just a good thing that here, like I'm just highlight of the room.
Yeah.
So like you said earlier, you never know. Like with them seven, you never know who's going through anything.
Right.
Man, so yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
gotta
it.
gotta show empathy. I
Hmm.
think empathy
That's
is
where I was looking for.
empathy
Yeah,
is
come
a
on.
strong word.
Yeah.
Like gotta show empathy.
Yeah.
Because you never know what somebody going through. Like all of us 24/7 got a face on like I'm good. And some of us may be going through some of the roughest times we did ever see.
Never know.
Never know.
Right.
So showing empathy is something that I had to work on. Cause people come to me with their problems a lot. And I'm like, this is so dumb.
Uh-oh.
This is so dumb.
Uh-oh.
And I hate to say it. I'm like, this is so dumb. But let me step outside of myself. Let me look at the problem from your perspective and see how I can understand you. Because last episode I said I try to walk in love as much as possible. Because that's what God wants us to do. He wants us to walk in
Amen.
love. So with walking in love, you got to be prepared for people who's coming at you with their problems. And understanding their problems is so important so that you don't offend them the wrong way. So empathy has been something that I have been constantly working on because I'm like, you never know. Like that could be the thing they telling you right now could be their last leg.
Yeah.
And you the person that they came to for a laugh. You the
Yeah.
person they came to for something motivational.
Mm.
So just being that empathetic person is always important to me.
Cut you off. Sorry.
You all good.
All I got to say is, man, you really like that key person that somebody needs. You never know like what you done did to this person. Like, hey, he makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Hey, he does such and such, so I can get such and such. Like
Yeah.
you never know, man, and you don't really recognize till something goes down, then you be like, dang, these people actually need me. So
Right.
really a need like that you wake up every morning. It's a blessing that you wake up every blessing that you never know who needs you, man.
100%. And then I'm gonna say this: with being empathetic, you may never get credit.
Haha.
You may never get credit. Like that's one of the things I know that discourages a lot of people because we're a generation that loves to be rewarded, or we love gratification. So even if you being empathetic to a person and you understand their problems and you doing whatever you can to make them feel better, you may never get that. You help me. you may never get that. You really brighten my day. But you got to believe in yourself. I know what I said was positive, and it's up to them to make the impact with what I said.
I think that that's where the confidence plays into it, right? Having that reason why. I think that someone told me a very long time ago, gosh, you are so happy. Every time you're walking down the street, you speak to everybody.
Yeah.
And gosh, it would defeat me if they didn't speak back to me. Yet I see you speak to everybody. And I told them, I speak because it's the right thing to do. I don't speak to get spoken to. And I do believe that when you are being empathetic, you're being there for someone,
Yeah.
that's more for you and not for the fact of what it can do for them. If it's in your heart and it's in your soul and it's in your spirit. I think even earlier today, someone asked me if I got paid from the things that I do on social media. And I said, I don't think that I thought of it that way. I think of sharing this positivity because it's on my heart and it's the right thing to do. Right. Not to say, because in my mind would probably get wrapped up around, well, did they like it? Did they look at it? How much did I make off of it?
Yeah.
You know, instead of just being focused on this is in my heart and this is what it's telling me to do. Let me go and do it confidently. Right. Um, yeah, I think that when you think of confidence and how an individual can be confident, I think that self esteem has a lot to do with that. And I know that we are what we think. And if we pour into ourselves, just like you mentioned, Jeremiah,
Yeah.
the right way, it pours into our self esteem that then gives us that courage to even have the feeling of belief, right, in ourselves so much. So, thank you. Thank y'all all. Like, even you, when you talked about your why, like and you, like, I have to be a role model, right? I have to be more than what the people are thinking of me. And that is confidence, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Let's hop into our next. Going strong. It ain't even been an hour, man. This I love like conversations like these make you forget time because
Okay.
we being honest, we sharing stories, we being vulnerable, and we not doing this for the gratification or the receiving of items or money or whatever. We doing this because we want to do it. We
All
doing it because we
genuine.
love it. All genuine, all being who we are as people and pushing out positive energy. But our next question is, in your experience, how does social media impact your self-esteem? And what tips do you have for navigating it healthily?
I guess I could have doggone said what I said after you asked the question, huh?
Yeah,
Just be patient.
you just
Ivy.
answered it.
But now I'm intrigued because again, coming from someone who had the choice of social media, right? I spent half of my life without it. So I think it's easier for me to overcome that battle. However, which I being right in the thick of things, right where social media matters. Like, what is it? What did that do for y'all?
I can really say with social media, it's some negative things that come with it.
Okay.
It's a lot of negative things that come with it, but it's some positive things that come out of it because
Yeah.
you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
You never know who's watching. So, for you to even pull out that camera and you going out to talk to people, that's confident right there because you never know, like, you gonna get hateful comments, you gonna get people that watch, you gonna get people that watch, but you never know who's behind that screen really supporting you. So, with social media, I have social media. I have a lot of followers, but it's just like who really rocks with me.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? They can just follow me just to follow me.
Yeah.
Just who I am. So to boost my self esteem, it's just like, dang, like I ain't even got nothing to say. For real. It's like, dang,
I tried. For me, I don't really do too much on social media. Only reason I really got started on it is because of the podcast. And I do a lot of positive work, so I had to push it somewhere. But I try not to be on it too much because I think sometimes you get caught up in what's real and what's fake.
Okay. Yeah.
So sometimes you'll see a person living a lifestyle and you're like, why is my lifestyle not like theirs?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll compare yourself, throw yourself down, throw yourself completely under the bus. And you living a good life. Like you got 2 parents at home, food, sibling. Like you got it good. And you just throwing yourself under the bus because you like, he got $1 million, got the nice cars, got the nice house.
Yeah.
So for me, navigating social media is understanding what's real and what's fake. Because there's so much out there. A lot of people post 5 seconds of their day. You think they had the best day of their life. They found $500 on the floor.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
then,
On the floor.
But then,
Let me check.
But then,
on the floor.
but then with that $500 they found on the floor, they had to go put that in a medical bill. They just got out the hospital.
Yeah.
But all they posted is, God bless me, I just found $500 on the floor.
Yeah.
That's all we see.
Yeah.
And they just had to go pay medical bills. So definitely navigating what's real and what's fake, because there's so much fake stuff on there. It's hard to determine what's real. Yeah.
It's true.
You said some things right there. You said some things. Mindset matters.
Yeah.
Comparison was something that you looked up. Not to compare yourself. Gosh, you said, so many things when it came down to just what triggers can happen when you are basing something along the lines of what could be real and what could be fake. Like, how you say you got a good following, but have you met everybody that's following you? Right. So being able to keep that mind control over falling in, y'all speaking some real truth today. What's up, man?
I like what Jeremiah said, perception, not knowing what's real, what's fake.
Right.
Like I said, I can always hop on live or just hop on my camera and say, I'm doing this. I passed every class. I finished with great grades. Then I'm giving a viewer that, okay, maybe if I just go to class, I'm gonna do good. But I ain't put in what time I studied.
Right.
The events I missed. Yeah, I study. I couldn't go to every party.
Right.
I couldn't do this. So I feel like perception is what helps me with my self-esteem. Realizing, yes, I watch this video. I see this professional speaker speaking about how they enlighten everybody, but maybe camera come off. What do they go through? What journey do they take for them to feel like they can come up here and tell me what I can do to feel better? So I feel like it's just perception. That's what you got to take everything with a grain of salt. With
100%. Yeah.
Break the real from the fake, man.
That perception will save your life.
Come on.
I struggled so much when I first got media because I believed everything I I throw myself on it. I'll be real with everybody here.
But Facebook said it, so it has to be true.
Like me and my mom would have real life hour-long debates about what's real and what's fake on Instagram. I think I saw something about an LLC. You can make an LLC and pull out $50,000. I was like, Mama, I saw it on the Instagram. They started LLC out of nothing, pulled out $50,000, and now they millionaires. She's like, that's not how that works. There's a whole process to getting the LLC. There's a whole process to pulling out loans, being eligible to pull out the loans, doing everything you need to get the $50,000 before they just showed you. Start the LLC, pull out $50,000, because that's not what happened.
Yeah.
And then I think it was one time I was trying to join this course. He was like, I can teach you how to make $1 million in 9 days. I was like, I'm joining this course. She made me use my own money. It was a $50 course. I joined the course. And I think I made maybe $10.
Oh,
yeah. Oh. I was so mad too.
Come on,
I put $50 and only made 10.
Yeah.
And I was like, you taught me I can make $1 million in 90 days, and I was like, okay, so.
But you hitting on some real stuff, because I know that with you being this vulnerable, that you're not the only one.
Right.
You're not the only one who's believing these things out here. Luckily, you covered by somebody that care about you, right? You got a good mama, right? But you're gonna invest your own money in this. But people get trapped in this, and I do think that that's a powerful lift up, right? Perception and everything. Don't believe everything that you see. You want something, work hard for it. Right. So thank you for bringing that to light.
All right, well, let's hop into our next question and our final question. So backing up right now. All right,
That technology.
Yeah, this is why I said I wanted to. I ain't had time to put it on paper today, but I'm gonna come
Hey, you
prepared
good? You
next
giving
time.
yourself grace?
Yeah, give
This been a
myself
this
grace.
has been a
It's been
powerful,
a great
youthful
show.
conversation.
Great show.
Yeah.
All right, so our last question, and this is gonna hit us home. What advice would you give to other people looking at this podcast to boost their confidence and self-esteem? Yeah, we on that red one right there. We good.
My bad. I done had my back to the whole time. You've been trying to get me around, but this conversation has been. I'm so sorry, y'all. Forgive me, y'all. My bad. It's been real over here.
Yeah.
So the question was, who like to send a message out to people?
Yeah. What would you give to people watching this show right now?
About confidence?
Confidence and self-esteem. Let's send this home.
2 words.
3. 3. But we ain't go.
You gotta have your real friends around you, y'all. The real friends hold you accountable, right?
That's 3. It's all right. It's all right. I would say there are so many things to take away from this show. I'm gonna just say a few. Don't focus so much on what's on social media.
Okay.
Because there's so much real and fake. You never know. Always believe in yourself, like Zaire said. Because belief in self, that's where it started. Can't nobody believe in you if you don't believe in yourself.
True.
Third, this ain't a religious podcast, but you know when you feel with God, God's always gonna find a way to into the conversation.
Amen.
So keeping God first.
Yes.
And then my last and final thing is you will find things to support your beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
So find a way to believe in something. It may not be something super great, but find something good to believe in and find things to support that good thing you believe in.
You better talk that talk.
What I say I can give to the youth, like I said, I feel like I'm close to their age. Some confidence.
Man, you just graduated. You
Grandpa.
on, you just graduated. 18 now, you don't think he a dog. Come on, man.
Confidence, self-esteem. I just say, worry about what makes you happy. I feel like a lot of people in today's world, they try to just make everybody else happy with their decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Like make what you feel like your decisions make best for you.
Right.
Like I said, like GTCC was a decision best for me. I could have just stayed at the point and just took the basic level classes and had a better GPA. But I know I stepped out my comfort zone. I did what's best for me, what's best for my family by going to GTCC, networking. That's why I feel like GTCC is just a big old networking ground because you never know where your professor's from, who your classmates know. Like you said, you just not in class with people that you grew up with. You in class with people who went to Ivy League schools and just coming back for a little extra degree. So I feel like doing what's best for you. Like I said, maybe not going to the parties, coming on a podcast where you can share knowledge.
Right.
I know that's right. Youthful Conversations.
Shout out Youthful Conversations.
At all. Yeah, that's my little tip. You're doing what's best for you at the end of the day.
Definitely. All right, Miss Ivy.
All right.
Don't send us home. I know you see I see the notes. I see the notes.
Because when you think about impact and you think about making sure that the conversation goes hand in hand, when you think about self-esteem and having the appreciation and the value for yourself, how can you lack that? How can you not want the best for yourself? How can you not value you that much, right? That nothing else even matters. Like you said, like putting yourself first means that now my self-esteem is so like it's overflowing, right? That I have no choice but to walk around here confidently, right? With confidence, the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone. I am that someone, right? And I am that something. I have firm trust in me and I do it with confidence. You will act accordingly to your beliefs, right? So stop doubting yourself. Stop lacking. You believe that you can rely on you because you need you, right? Yes. And your confidence has to show, because I can't stress it enough. When you lack confidence, people will question your competence. So you have to walk around here with some worth about yourself, with some value about yourself, about some belief. Feel self-assured that you got you, so you can be your best self. Self-confidence, baby. That's what I believe in. That's what I preach. Thank y'all for this. And thank whoever is out there for giving this opportunity. Thank you, Jeremiah. This is something that's special that you're doing, to watch you pour into your friends, for me to be able to grow. We never stop growing. We never stop growing. I don't want to stop growing. Yeah.
I say all the time, the moment you stop growing is the moment you stop growing is the moment you kill yourself.
Come on.
Because this world is ever changing.
Hey.
Things are ever changing. So if you stop growing with the world, putting yourself in a hole. And then I want to shout out what our amazing production team just said. Miss Chewy Monroe. She said, you got to be your own best friend.
Hey.
Because sometimes your
All the
friends ain't
time.
going to be there.
Hey.
Sometimes your friends ain't going to be there. So you got to be your biggest supporter.
You
You got to
can
be
be there
your
for
own
you.
best friend. You got to be in your room talking about, I don't want to do this work. Let's get the work done.
All
Be
right.
your own best friend. So I want to thank all the viewers who tuned in for this hour-long podcast. You know, there's so many things. There's so many things that we get caught up on the day-to-day basis that an hour seems like a long time. So I want to thank you for joining us on this podcast, listening to what the amazing youth and Miss Ivy G had to say.
Baby.
I want to gotta put the baby on. Then I want to thank my amazing guests, Mr. Zaire Page, Mr. Trayvon Ballard,
Come on.
and Miss Ivy G, baby.
Yeah.
And then I want to wish the best to Trayvon Ballard and Zaire Page on y'all new endeavors. Y'all just graduated high school, heading on to a new environment. So, you know, gotta give y'all a big round of applause. Yeah, gotta give them that big round of applause. I want to thank my production team, my mom outside for supporting me. Thank you, my friends, family who tuned in and watched the show, and then the people I don't know. Thank you for watching the show. I want to thank GSO Peace Corps again for providing the building the platform to record this amazing podcast. And this is just the beginning. This is the 4th episode. We're going to come back next week stronger and better. And we're going to continue to make progress with this show because I believe in it. So I want to thank you all again for tuning in. And we will see you all next week at 7 o'clock.
This has been amazing.